In this video, we will discuss ways you can customize the AutoOps system. When you log in as an admin, you can add customizations so that you can tailor the system to your needs. I will go to Settings, and then go to Customizations. We have touched on how to use this page in other videos. For this video, we will go into further depth. Here, we will see three buttons: Customer Custom Fields, Invoice Custom Fields, and Property Custom Fields. Custom fields are a way for you to track any information you want. When a custom field is added, it can be used to attach information that you define to records in the system. Here's an example. Let's say you want to run a promotion to give certain customers a discount, like if the customer made use of a coupon code. You want a way to remember which customers received which discounts. You can add a customer custom field called Discount Information. With this custom field, you can now type in some discount information for every customer in the system. Here's how this can work. You can go to Customer Custom Fields, and from here, we can click Create Customer Custom Field. For the name of the field, we would type Discount Information. For the type of response, we would use free text. The other types of response here can be yes or no, also known as Boolean, custom choices, which we'll discuss later in this video, free text, which means any information can be added, number, which means only a number can be entered, and date, which means only a date can be entered. We can specify which type of customer this is applicable to, whether it's residential or commercial. I'll go to commercial. Next, we can go here and go to Save. Now that our Customer Custom Field has been added, every time we update a customer, we can see it on the form. So here, we've opened up the page for updating customer. If we go down to this part of the page, we see under Additional Information, our new custom field, Discount Info, and we can type in a value here. This field will also show up whenever someone creates a customer. They will be asked to type in discount information, just like this. And from then on, that information can be tracked. You can go to any customer, go to View/Update, and see what was typed there. Now, we'll go back to the Customizations page under Settings. Custom fields can also be added for job invoices. Maybe you'd want to keep track of what vehicle the technician drove alongside the invoice. We could add a custom field for vehicle information. I'll go to this page, and for the name, I'll type in vehicle information. And for the type of response, I'll leave it as free text. Now that our new custom field has been added, whenever we go to view job invoice, or create a job invoice, or update a job invoice, we'll see the custom field here under Additional Information. If, as another example, your company does flooring, you could add a custom field where people enter the number of square yards of carpet that will be needed. In this case, it would make sense for the type of response to be number. You have the freedom to track what you want. Now, I'll go back to the main customizations page. Custom fields can be added for properties. If it isn't already tracked, maybe it could be useful to track building type, whether it's single family, townhouse, walk-up apartments, high-rise, and so on. Just like we saw before, I'll enter a name, type of response, applicable property type, and whether it's required or not. Now, whenever we go to View, Update, or Create a Property, on this form, under Additional Information, we'll see our new field appear for building type, and we can enter in information here. For a custom field like building type, sometimes there's a defined list of choices that we want people to pick from. It would make sense for a custom field like this to be of type choice. I'll go back to the place where we edit custom fields and explain more. Let's say that we're adding a custom field to customers that's called referral source. We can set the type of response to custom choices. Now I'll show how these choices can be added or edited. Here we're on the page for Customer Custom Fields. This row here is referral source. This refers to the custom field that we were just looking at. I can go to Available Actions and go to Edit Custom Fields. From here, there's this list of choices. The text here can be edited, and an additional choice can be added with this button here. When done, this button will save changes. I'll talk a bit more about the data types that can be selected. Yes or no, custom choices, free text, number, and date. These data types add constraints on what can be entered as content into the custom field. For the custom field about square yards of carpeting, it would make sense for this to be constrained to be of type number. There are two reasons why it might be useful to add a data type constraint rather than just using free text for everything. First, it helps ensure that accurate data is entered. It won't let obviously wrong data go through. Second, it will help with uniformity. If everything were free text, there might be typos and inconsistencies. Later, if you wanted to tabulate the results, you'd have to clean up and interpret the responses. Yes or no, or of type custom choices, tabulating the data will be much quicker. I'll go to Property Custom Fields and talk a bit more about the details. I'll update one of these custom fields that have already been added. Next, I'll note that some custom fields are not applicable in all cases. For example, if we see Property Custom Fields, it says which property type the custom field applies to, headquarters addresses or service addresses. This is because a custom field usually applies to only one type of property. In the example we talked about earlier, we were thinking about a custom field that could track the building type. This information is really only relevant to service addresses. We wouldn't need this information on the headquarters, only the service address where work is being done. So in this case, we would set the applicable property type to service address. The consequence of this is that the custom field would not appear at all for properties that are of type headquarters address. It would only appear for properties that are of type service address. If required is set to yes, a new property could not be created without typing in a response for send invoices to. It won't let you continue if the field is left empty. This can be useful for important custom fields. On the other hand, if it's set to no, then this isn't required. In this video, we went over custom fields and how they can be used to track information.